And next 5
Luminous
minutes.
is down. Next game is going to be Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
All right, this is all you, Force.
Go.
All right. Well, for those of you who don't know, Marvel Alliance is the sequel to X-Men's Legends.
Well,
that is
the
both
third
good.
one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It is X-Men Legends 3 with the Marvel cast.
All right.
I mean, I'm just going to put that out there right now. It is X-Men 3 with the Marvel cast, and this is good, and this is bad.
Oh.
This is good because I knew how to play it right away. I knew how to make my parties. I knew how to kick ass. I knew what sort of tricks they were going to throw at me, so I was ready for that. Here's the bad thing. It uses the exact same engine, meaning that it still has that limited camera. You still can barely see, your 4 guys take up most of the screen. I constantly feel too zoomed in. Can't ever pan back to look ahead of me. I'm upset that it uses the exact same engine. But I will say this, the engine looks tight now. The graphics are way better. The character models are awesome. There are a ton of Marvel people. But they did some weird things with the cast, which upsets me. In like Daredevil, you have to unlock him by finding parts that I have no idea where the hell to go. I got through the game, got
kind of like
maybe half the pieces
but very
to him.
similar to Legends, because I remember like picking up Iron Man parts and I built Iron Man or something.
Exactly.
Like that.
So, you give me Miss Marvel and Moon Knight and all these weird dudes, and you make me have to work for Daredevil, so I beat the game never getting to experience, some of the characters that I really like.
Right.
So that was obnoxious.
Because you really like Ben Affleck too.
I do. I like Ben. Almost as much as I like the entire cast of Fantastic Four, because that movie was Oscar worthy. But
if Jessica Alba got naked, then I would agree with you, but she didn't.
Oh, I think she looked best when she was invisible. So, anyways, I like the fact that it has not just the X-Men, a bigger cast. It really made choosing who to play as difficult, because I wanted to keep Blade in because I love the Blade movies, or I wanted to see how Ghost Rider could tear things up, or I like Fireman's abilities, but I want to keep Wolverine in there because he's my home dude from, X-Men 1 and 2. So it was tough choosing who to party with. I like the fact that, even when your guys aren't in your party, they still level up.
Right.
They do a couple of things this time that make the game almost too easy. They automatically level everyone up. They pick your points. You can go through and manually redo people's levels, which is awesome because you can put points into skills, and if you don't like it, you can take them out and put them into something else. But the fact that it just kept leveling up stuff and it felt appropriate and that it automatically equips your items, I barely ever had to go to the screen. There is also no healing potions and no magic potions.
What?
Every guy you kill drops life and drops health.
Oh.
Or you find them in barrels, so there will be times where you're at a boss with no life and you have to run all the way back through the stage and look for some barrels that maybe you haven't broken.
Wow, dude,
so that stinks, but at the same time, you just keep plowing through guys. I beat this game in probably 13 hours. It took me to play through the entire game. So an X-Men role-playing game, I'm expecting to take me 20 to 30 hours. And I blew through this in like 12 hours.
Wow.
I don't think I died more than maybe twice.
That's surprising considering I played Legends on the PSP, Legends 2, and
forever.
I forever, dude. I was completely satisfied with the purchase of that game. It was fantastic. So yeah, give me a graphics score because I think I'm most interested in graphics score.
Graphics, I think, are an 8.
Okay.
The models look absolutely unbelievable, but the engine's dated. Please don't give me Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 on the same engine. Please don't.
Right.
The characters look exactly like their comic book characters, have powers like them. Somewhat like Ghost Rider's flaming head and Johnny Torch's flames, and the models are absolutely unbelievable. You fight some gigantic bosses. They do a lot of the quick-time mini-sequences like Resident Evil 4 and those. So you get to fight some huge bosses, and it looks sweet, but they really need a new
1 minute
engine for the next game.
1 minute.
I do want to say, here's what it comes down to. You have to play the Xbox 360 version. It looks way better than
the PS3 version when it comes out?
Yeah, you can play the PS3 version also. But here's what I want to say. It is not a $60 game. Any game that I can beat in 2 days
is not worth $60.
It's not going to get me my $60.
So it's a renter's game.
It is a renter's game. If you liked X-Men Legends 1 and 2, you have to play through this. I mean, it's awesome. If you have friends, there's really no better buddy game out there right now for 4 people. So
you don't have to have a friend to play it. You can automatically control those 4 players, but you can have them join in on the action.
Just like you've done before, yeah. Or you can invite buddies in, up to 4 on Xbox Live, and you guys can all barrel through it together. If you got buddies, get it, buy it. If you don't, rent it. There you go. Pa-pow.
Wow.
Make my time.
Dude, sweet. Maybe that was an easy one. I think you had like 8 seconds left, dude.
There was. You guys are failing miserably at going over.
What do you mean,
dude.
failing miserably?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to like cutting you off and stuff,
I
man.
see.
I was getting the shakes. I really wanted to go into character development and cutscenes and background music.
Yeah, right.
I'm not going to give you the 1 minute warning anymore, dude.
Okay.
That'll be the
All
second
right, all right.
epileptic twist.
I think we could do it anyway, so you throw it out.
That'll be the Romeleptic twist.
Okay. Bring it on.
No more.
Bring it on. What's next?
Next on the list.
Uh-oh. All right,
next,
so
brother?
Marvel's done.
Marvel's dumb. Peace.
Marvel's gone. Peace. Final Fantasy 12, go.
Oh, Jesus. All right, I knew this was coming.
5 minutes.
All right, 5 minutes to talk about a game that's going to take 70 hours to complete. I don't even know where to begin. First off, let's just talk about the graphics. When has Square never had a graphically gorgeous game? Well, I don't know. The original Final Fantasies, maybe Crystal Chronicles. The bottom line is that if you liked Final Fantasy, if you like Final Fantasy 10, if you like 10-2, if you liked 11 even, you're going to love 12. I just want to say that the graphics are not quite as techy as they are, or the models and the characters and some of the technology. It's not quite as techy as, say, Final Fantasy 7 or Final Fantasy 8. It's sort of a nice medium mixture between Final Fantasy 9 and Final Fantasy 8 is what I think. And that may seem like really weird, but it basically means that the civilizations look fairly modern, but they're not like all steam powered and super, technology. And they've got airships that look really great. All of the characters look unbelievable. Whether you're watching a cutscene that's an in-game engine or you're watching the CG, this game truly is a perfect 10 when it comes to graphics. Sound, for the first time in a long time, I have been very, very okay with the voiceovers that they've got in this game. Occasionally you run across like a little kid who's got a crappy voice. You're like, whatever. But the main characters, especially, I think it's, now I'm going to forget his friggin' name now because I just call him the pirate. But
Titus.
Balthier.
Cloud.
But whatever. Shut up, dude. You're wasting my time. His voice in the game like fits his character so perfectly. It's so great. Sound, whatever. Sound, just give it a 10 because the game's awesome.
So our main character sounds like a man. That's what you're saying.
It sounds good.
For the first time.
The characters sound good, yes. Titus isn't, hi, I'm Titus. Let's go play blitzball. That's not, okay. What you really need to talk about, the thing that makes this game so awesome to be able to play is that there's no more random battles. Peace, nada, gone, zero, zip, adios, they're gone. And having that ability, going on and just basically fighting the way you would if it was a random battle, but not having to waste time listening to and like, getting all your XP. It's like, oh, there's a monster. I go, I whip on his ass, and then, it's over. The beauty of it is that when you're playing the old school random battles of any Final Fantasy game, you walk up and 3 wolves attack you, right? This is more like an MMORPG where you could be fighting 3 wolves, but 3 more wolves could be scouting the area, and they may come in and start attacking you while you're already attacking these guys. So it adds a certain level to danger. I mean, when you're sitting there and you're playing this game, and you're playing a turn-based battle, what are you doing? You're hitting attack. Well, in this one, now you finally get the opportunity to use those massive spells that hit every single enemy around you, or to use the GFs, to use that kind of stuff. So the loss of random battles makes this a top-notch RPG.
Talk about death real quick.
Death is not that bad. When you die, you get the option to bring in the other characters that are in your party. Once you get 15 hours into the story, you have 6 characters to deal with. So if one dies on the battle, you can either res them or you can just bring in another character.
So you're not losing a bunch of gameplay because of lack of saves.
Exactly. Now, have I died before because of the lack of saves? Yes, and I have lost valuable time. But it was my own fault because I just made stupid decisions. However, you should probably expect to see one or two of those, untimely deaths. But I got to get to the license board real quick, because the way that this works is that everyone has all of the skills available to them. However, this is how it works. You have to buy a license for everything in this game. Meaning, if you want to cast black magic, if you want to cast white magic, if you want to wear wizard's clothing, if you want to use guns, if you want to use swords, if you want to use this, you have to buy a license. So let's say, for example, I want to buy fire, blizzard, and water. Whatever. You buy Black Magic 1, and then it opens up new spots on the board. Then you can use those license points to open up more and more spots. So you can customize your characters however the hell you want. And I know I'm running out of time, so I'm going to get some important things in here. I'm missing so much. AI is fairly simple. The boss battles are awesome. The boss battles actually make you think. They're tough. They're very, very hard to do. But the regular battles in between, pretty easy. The story flows great. There's a lot of great CG. Buy this game. It's totally worth $50. It is awesome.
50 DKP minus.
You just got owned, biatch! You just ran out of time, son!
Our
Yeah.
first death.
Finally.
God, he wouldn't shut up about that
Yes.
damn game.
Yes! I got to pull the trigger, dude. I'm so happy.
A whole episode could have been devoted to his rant on that one
Dude.
game.
All I got to say, I know my 5 minutes is up, but this game is awesome.
Next game.
Next game.
There's a reason why Famitsu gave it a 10.
Listen to him still trying
Next
to go.
game.
There's a reason why Famitsu gave this game perfect 10. Because it's a friggin' perfect 10. All right, I'm done.
That's a 50 DKP minus. What the was that shit?
All right, that's over.